Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dungeons and Deoxyribonucleic Acid. I'm Critty, the Dungeon Master. Would everybody like to introduce themselves for this?
I'm Kitty. I play as Ace.
I'm Adrian, and I play Despair.
My name is Cadius, and I play as Jace Thorn.
And I'm Daniel. I play as Zephyr Martorin.
Hell yeah!
Noise.
See how
All
clean
right.
that was? Let's do that from now
So
on.
clean.
Just gorgeous order. How did everybody leave off last week? What was the crew up to?
We were gonna go talk to that old man in the woods.
Yeah, Gary
Yeah.
Oldman.
Charles Old Man.
Charles Oldman. Chuck. We're gonna call him Chuck.
Charles.
Charles Lyle LaRue.
If I
Yeah.
remember correctly, y'all had just woken up, right? Like y'all.
Well,
No,
we had a busy morning.
yeah, so basically, Despair came back with the pie because Arshad wasn't there, and she was informed that the pie had the same ingredients that makes people aggressive.
Gassy.
Right. Y'all headed to.
We need
That's right.
Pepto-Bismol.
Oh yeah. Okay, so y'all had old boy encounter. He followed him, and you went to thing. Okay, I'm tripping. Yeah, I remember that. All right,
Are we going to Chuck E. Cheese's?
you guys are going to Chuck E. Cheese. You spoiled it. He's Chucky the whole time. Chuck E. Cheese.
We're going to a van down by the river.
All right, so you guys are gonna go walk up that trail and try to head to the old hut that
Yeah.
Zephyr found.
Despair is taking out her axe as they walk.
Y'all gonna stay strapped up?
Do-
Yeah.
On the low.
Do we want to get close to it, or do we want to start sneaking up to it? Should I scout ahead? What do you want?
I think the less he knows of us, the better. Perhaps you should be heading this. I'll just point out where it is.
If you want, I can scout ahead, really sneak-alike.
Sure.
Jace just kind of flicks his armor a little bit and just like, yes, that would make sense.
Okay. I'm gonna send Yurik, my raven, out to the house or the cabin,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use the power I have with him to see and hear through his eyes and ears.
Okay, so the hut is over by like a clearing of bushes and thickets. It kind of you just gotta go through it. And there's a nice clear area with the hut in the middle. You're just gonna send him in to see what's up.
Yeah. And Ace at this time cannot hear or see during this time. He can only hear and see through the bird.
Okay. As you send him through, and he reaches through the clearing, he does in fact see the hut that was described by Zephyr, but not much else. Even going close to it, it doesn't look like anybody's in there right now.
Okay. Can I look through the window?
Yes.
Do I have to roll for it? Okay.
You can just do it. You look through the window, and it does seem unoccupied, but you see on the wall and a sort of makeshift desk. You see all sorts of green vials, and looks like a little bit of an alchemy situation going on, like a little mortar and pestle, like he was working on some stuff here.
Okay, Ace is telling them this as the bird is still checking out things. I'll come out of it and look at the others. So it doesn't seem like he's home, guys.
All the more reason to investigate.
Yep, let's investigate. Let's go.
Well, he's not available. Get some information on him.
Yeah, if we can take some of those green vials as evidence, perhaps have the Alchemist Guild identify it if it does match what they found in the meat pies. That's evidence enough to incriminate this man, I would think.
Agreed.
Alright, let's go then.
And we don't need a warrant.
Nope.
Because
All right.
we're criminals!
As you guys walk in, the only thing that you noticed that the bird really didn't was a scattering of papers that looked to be research, signed to the name not of Charles Dorif, but to Vialis de Moore. And on the ground below it, that the bird couldn't see through the window, looks to be an ordering of candles and lines in the ground.
And we're just looking through the window at this point?
No, you guys are there. You guys are
Okay.
kind of up to the door of it, and on the ground it seems there's like a specific order of candles with lines drawn to each one of them, kind of forming a bit of an octagon and a slight pit dug out of the middle.
So the door's just open?
There's not really a door.
Okay.
It's kind of like a makeshift hut. There's just like a little archway, you know what I'm saying?
Zephyr will start collecting the research notes.
Yeah, Jace will stand guard at the doorway and kind of look out, and he just kind of looks at the research notes, looks at everybody else, and he's like, that doesn't look like it's my forte. I'll keep an eye out.
He's just gonna look around in drawers and anything he can find for either money or other information.
I'm trying to read over the notes to see if I understand any of it.
Despair's standing out with Jace, by the way. So she's just looking around and stuff.
Okay, as you rummage through kind of the rest of his stuff, you just find random papers that have been scrapped and kind of scratched out, like past research that was done and tossed away, and maybe a couple other broken vials and failed experiments. You don't really find anything else of. And so, Despair and Jace are kind of keeping guard. You're saying by the brushes.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Okay, as you guys are waiting there, you start to hear movement coming from the other direction that you guys entered, off the path, or I guess continuing down the path where it starts to beat out into woods. And you start hearing very deep voices, not close enough for you to make out specific words yet, but they seem to be coming closer.
We should move inside and hide and see if we can't eavesdrop for a little bit.
Are you saying this, or are you just... Oh, you're talking to each other.
I say that I whisper that to Despair, and then I'm moving inside, and I'll inform
Yeah,
you guys the
Despair
same.
would follow, and then
Room.
Despair would talk to Jace and Zephyr and say the same thing, basically.
Is there enough room for us to hide in here?
No, not in the... Well, kind of, I guess, in the shack. It'd be a tight squeeze, but by the brushes, you could try to just stealth in there and stay hidden.
What's the roof made
Yeah.
of?
Be too far.
Is it like thatch?
Straw and mud.
So it's like thick thatch then. If I was strong enough, would I be able to hold myself up there? Like ninja style?
Yeah, I would say so. On top of the thing? On top of, the hut? Yeah, you could do that.
I'll help you up.
Yeah, why not? I'll do that.
Okay. Are you gonna stay hidden kind of behind it, or are you gonna be, right on top?
I'm gonna be right on top.
Alright, fair enough.
Like inside the shack, but up above them,
He's
Okay,
holding on to
Like
the
on the
ceiling.
rafters.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, cool. Is that a roll, or...?
Oh, fuck it, you're fine.
I'll hide by the door, so that if somebody comes in, I'll pretty much be right there.
Well, the deep voices are... So let me just explain the area a little better. To get to that little hut, the only reason you guys knew it was there is because he saw the old man go by. It kind of just looks like thick trees and bushes, off the side of this path. It's kind of hidden. The whole hut is not really visible from the path. You'd have to kind of dig or duck and push your way through trees and bushes just to get to it. It's specifically hidden behind all these
Guys,
trees.
We
They're not going to really see you unless you're out in front of those bushes.
we can go and hide elsewhere if we need to. I can just leave Yurik here and he can listen in for us.
Zephyr's just going to fall flat on his ass and be like, "That sounds like a good idea." Realizing that that's going to be exhausting as fuck.
So you're saying the bird after the path to see what's up?
Yeah,
Or
he'll
you're just gonna-
he'll send the bird to listen into the conversation. It's just gonna fly above them.
I'll
Okay.
hold on to his arm and say, "Tap us if there's something going on."
Alright. Now Ace is gonna use that magic again to look through the bird's eyes and ears.
As it flies up to the path, it has an overhead view of the above the bushes and trees, and you can see walking along the path 3 orcs, and one of them is saying, "Mulak, we're hungry. We need food. We can't keep living like this." And Morlack is kind of pushing off of one of them, the bigger one in the middle. We'll eat! We'll eat! I guarantee you that! And they just keep walking along the path.
Oh, lovely.
Just let them pass.
Are they the same orcs as they met in the bathhouse?
Yes.
Wait, so
Okay, I'll let them.
just a reminder to everyone, we did take a contract that we needed to defeat the orcs as well.
Yeah, but now I don't think is the time.
You
We
guys
can find them.
accepted the contract, yes, I believe so.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Jace would say that perhaps we should just let them go. The chances that they're actually involved with this guy is probably pretty slim, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, right, he's blind and deaf, he can't hear me.
I can't hear anything you guys are saying. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was just speaking out of game.
Yeah, I just thought it was better to divide and conquer than to let them regroup.
What's the move, folks?
I'm hiding under the table.
How
Yeah.
close are they to us?
Not super far, but again, even when they're crossing this path, they're not going to be able to see you guys. You guys are at the hut. There's still tons of bushes and trees between the two of you.
Do you guys want to? He's gonna come out so he can hear and see you guys. Do you guys want to plan a sneak attack? What should we do?
I would say let them go. Well, we can find them later. This is much more important at the moment, and
Agreed.
if we do jump them, that would make a lot of noise, and if Charles is still in the area, that might scare him away.
All right then.
Of conversing, they have crossed the path close enough to the bushes for you guys to all hear what they're saying, and you can hear Morlack speak. This will pay out more than anything. The old man has money. He looks homeless, but I trust that he knows what he's doing. He's a scientist. He'll pay us enough for a job this dangerous.
Ace is putting up his arms like.
Well,
Now
that
what,
changes
guys?
things.
No, Jace, wait. And then Despair pulls him back. Trip them.
What?
Trip them!
I'm going to, and I
can't
just kind of
hear-
like shake my halberd.
I can't.
Okay, do it.
Jace like looks at his chainmail, and then like tries to think of like, or kind of like remember back to like maybe some of his other comrades that stealthily moved, and he's gonna try his darndest to see if he can't stealth over to the bushes.
You're hot, but is this really the only? Is this the only attack that you have?
No, but it's funny.
Fair enough.
Ace has got his bow ready just in case this fucks
Despair
up.
has her back.
Zephyr's gonna run and hide behind the door.
Oh,
I assume you want a stealth roll from me.
Yes,
he's
I-
rolling.
I believe chainmail offers me disadvantage.
It
Not
does.
chainmail.
What?
I'm pretty sure that's isn't
Scale mail?
is this
Oh,
chain?
scale?
Is this scale mail or chainmail? Scale mail,
It
yes.
is in
Chainmail,
fact
no.
chainmail.
Dang,
Chainmail
right.
doesn't offer disadvantage?
No,
That's crazy.
I'm wearing it and I
Whoa!
do not get disadvantage.
Oh, sweet. All right,
Pretty
well then
awesome.
it's just a d20 roll plus a 0. So here
Should
we
be
go.
a natural.
So like I step on every twig, fallen leaf. I maybe even stepped on an animal.
As you walk up,
It's not an animal,
Loud
it's
as
just
hell.
it's Zephyr's leg.
you step on a branch that makes a loud noise, and you hear Morlack go, hold on! And he puts his hand out, stopping the other two. And you take one more careful step forward and step on the head of a poor squirrel that goes, no!
Oh god.
And Morlack goes, wait! I think I hear something. And you take one more quiet, careful step onto a glass bottle, shattering
Oh my god.
super loudly. And then Morlack says, I definitely hear something. Let's go!
Should
And
Zephyr
they-
No
be
one's
making
here!
a roll for stealth here?
To do what?
I want to be hiding behind the door so that when they come in, I can grab at them and inflict wounds.
As Chase is able to kind of see from his position, they're actually not going towards you. They're speeding up their movement, and they're going ahead. As Morlack kind of uses his hand to hurry them forward. Let's go. Let's get out of here. We can't be interrupted.
So I do see them move.
Can I move? Can Ace run out and like see where he can see and then try to take a shot?
Hey, yeah, do it.
You're poking the bunny.
I'm gonna try to shoot at him. Yeah, hold on.
Oh, so make sure not to kill them or else we're gonna get in big trouble.
Provoke the bull.
We're gonna get in trouble for killing him?
No, your quest
No.
is to murder dudes.
Yeah, they
Oh,
just
we're
want us
killing
to
them,
kill
okay.
us and slaughter them, and yeah, murder. Welcome to the adventure.
17.
Nice.
So you're stealth rolling to kind of just get in the bushes and see what you can see and get a nice.
Oh no, I was trying to take
clear
a shot.
Oh,
I was trying to
this is your
take a shot.
hit?
Yeah, this is the hit.
All right then.
I'm pretty sure you also get sneak attack if you hit.
If they're running away from me, probably.
Well, you probably have advantage on the attack too if they don't know it's coming.
It does hit, by the way.
Oh, okay, cool. Hold on. Add the
Which one are you aiming at? One of the smaller ones or Morlock?
whoever's closest to me.
I would say the two smaller ones are behind Morlock. So, actually, I think the little guys have names. Let me go look. Oh yeah, Kentu is closest to you.
Don't give them names, then we won't want to kill them
I will.
Kentu and Molem. All
as
right.
much. Yeah. Never stopped me before.
That's a 14. That's a sneak attack. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, sneak attack damage is a bitch. As I learned in my homebrew with her.
Wait, what, how does sneak attack modify it?
Oh, it just adds 2d6 or something like that?
It adds 2d6 to my.
At this level.
Oh, you already did. So it's 14 total then. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go back to my game. Jesus Christ! All right. So you take aim at one of the smaller ones who's clearly looking very worried, hugging right behind Morlock as he takes a look back, only to see an arrow hit him directly in the cheek and recoil in pain and fall to the ground and shoot his hands up to his face, screaming as the other two turn around and draw their weapons.
We're in a fight now, guys!
I would like to point out Zephyr is still hiding behind the door, waiting for someone to come by and get in his range.
I think Jace and Ace are the only ones super close right now. So yeah, I guess they're not all technically in combat yet, right? Yeah, it doesn't really.
Oh,
Not really,
well, I
yeah.
think we should all roll initiative though.
That's fine.
Oh, we gotta roll that. That's right. Ace calls out to Jace. We should keep one alive.
Got it. I just give you a thumbs up and my signature smile.
It's gonna be easier for me if I'm just gonna read off your names and then tell me what your initiative was. That would be helpful. Ace,
22.
Despair,
1, aka 4.
Jace,
16.
and Zephyr.
20.
Got it. And now I gotta roll my boys. Okay. The first move is gonna be Ace with that 22.
Alright. Since that guy is sort of on the ground in pain, I'll shoot at the others. I'll shoot at the other small guy.
Okay.
I'm guessing this is no longer sneak attack, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
But if you bonus action hide on your next turn, it will be.
Yeah. That's not right. Hold on.
Well, that's the d20.
Oh, I'll just add my attack
What's
to
your
it. That would be 15.
What about your dex? Yeah.
That would be 15.
Oh,
I just
God,
forgot
yeah.
to put add. Just +5 to that. That's 15.
15 does hit.
Oh, okay.
Nicely done.
7.
Alright, you take a nice shot at the other little one, Molem, and it goes right for his shoulder and goes all the way through. You can see the arrow out on the other side as he kind of coils back in pain, but doesn't quite fall to the ground. He just goes and gives you a growl before charging towards you guys. So, well, not charging. He's in serious pain, more so a limp towards you guys.
Ace is gonna bonus action hide.
Ooh, okay. So, you just, how does that work? You're just hidden? Or
It's
is it
a stealth roll.
Stealth roll, alright, bet.
Hide behind the squirrel I stepped on.
There we go.
Jesus.
With that roll, she probably could.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want there.
Damn rogues.
Fair enough. Go disappear into the brush after maiming 2 of them. Understandable. Next
That's
move is
what I
gonna
do.
go to- Just what? Oh, I didn't have them in order. That's why I was like, I was a forward next. Zephyr.
Okay, I will use my... no, I shouldn't use that yet, actually. Are they within range yet? Like, have they come to the door, or are they still outside?
They're pretty close to you guys.
Alright.
They're not in the brushes yet, but they're really close to them. So like, you just have to kind of push your way through.
I will cast Spiritual Weapon on the other side of the door, hidden from view, so that when it comes to my next turn, I'll have me on one side of the door, the Spiritual Weapon on the other side of the door. It's gonna be a big-ass book.
Alright.
But this one's gonna be a math book. Yeah. On the inside.
The hut is pretty tiny, bro. Like,
I mean, it's just a weapon. It's no bigger than a human.
oh, okay. Fair enough.
I mean, it's the size of a weapon, but it's just a really big book, about the size of a sword.
Gotcha.
Alright, so that's my bonus action to summon it. I'm not attacking this turn, obviously. I'm just waiting for them to get in range, and I'm going to hold my action until one of them steps into view.
Gotcha. Next move is going to go to Morlach, big boy.
More like order big boy burger!
2 patties and bacon!
Where's my drink? Diet Coke!
I'm watching my figure.
Hourglass takes work!
Can I get another stealth roll? Wait, Jace, are you still hiding?
No,
Yes.
I waved.
Oh, Jace.
I remember what happened.
Jace waved at Ace.
Should I be
No,
rolling-
I waved at the Morlack.
Oh,
Can I get another roll, another stealth roll from you, Ace?
Should I also be rolling a stealth roll to see if they notice if I'm behind the door?
rogue?
No, they're not going to see you yet. Yeah, and yes, from
Okay.
you, Ace.
Okay.
Damn it.
That is a 22.
Fucking rogues, man.
Rogue.
So, Morlach, after drawing his weapons off of his back, he kind of focuses for a moment and looks at the bushes, and as he opens his eyes, you can see his eyes glowing a deep green as he scans the area. And he shakes it off, and his eyes go back to a normal dark black color as he just
even
sees
got
Jace.
away from that. That's amazing.
I just wave at him again.
He picks the big ass axe off of his back and throws it in the direction of Jace.
Alright.
Not my hubby!
How rude.
It's gonna be a 16 to hit.
That
This
will
is not what
miss.
I meant when I said I wanted to smash him!
As this large great axe, shockingly easily thrown by Morlach, whizzes past you, chopping down a bunch of the brush next to you. After just a moment, it comes flying back to him in a nice windmill pattern as he grabs it out of the air. Jace.
So I'll kind of like stand up, I'll kind of like brush my shoulder, and I'll be like, looks like you missed there, chap. And then I'm gonna I'm gonna move over to base. Actually, I'll just base him. Why not? I'll move up to him, and then I'm gonna keep him. Actually, I'm going to move since my weapon has reach. I'm gonna move up to him within 10 feet, and I'm gonna deliver an attack. And then with the remainder of my movement, I'm gonna step backwards. So I will attack him with. Should I trip him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Should I do it to him, folks?
Should I
Just
do it
trip
to him?
him.
Should
I mean, the other
or
thing
should I go?
The
It
other
almost
thing I can
killed
do
him
is-
last time.
The other thing that I can do is try to hurl or try and basically like boing him 15 feet.
But
Like
you
I
can
just
trip
slam.
him.
Yeah, I'll trip him. Why not? I gotta do it. All right, so I'll try my tripping maneuver. So if this attack hits, I get to add the superiority die to my damage. Then he's got to make a save.
Tripping maneuver.
Probably not.
Oh, no.
12.
Ankle grasp.
The 12 doesn't hit.
So I step up to him after brushing my shoulder off, and I just kind of use my halberd and caress his shoulder like, nice throw. And then I step another 10 feet back.
He's so polite.
What a good dude. What a respectful fighter.
Aim for the torso, chap. It's the largest part of my body.
Hold on one sec.
Ace is actually gonna pop out of the bush and look at him like, what the fuck are you doing? He's
so
actually gonna yell at him. He's actually gonna yell at him.
So dreamy.
Okay, the next move is gonna go to my boy Kentu. And his move is going to be reaching his hand at the ground and going, ah! Putting his hand back over his cheek where the arrow is and just screaming and clutching it, trying to pull it out, unsuccessful.
Kentu, get onion rings!
Oh, man. You gotta break the arrow and push it through, you dummy.
Okay. He tries, but he can't even break the arrow because his hand is shaking so fast.
Ace is just like, I should have shot you a little higher. It would have been so much easier on you. Sorry.
It's okay. Molum, the other one, kind of gives his boy Kentu a little pat on the shoulder before pulling out his little short sword and charging at Jace.
When he gets within my reach, I get an opportunity attack because of my feat.
What?
I have the Polearm Master feat, so if somebody... Yeah, F-E... Yeah, no, because of my foot.
I was like,
I kick him in the dick.
Yeah, I was like, that's some weird lore you got going on, but that's fine.
No,
It's very stretchy. It's like Jean-Claude Van Damme in this bitch.
Yeah, I'm doing the splits on some planes right now. Yeah, no, anyway. But yeah, the feat is the Polearm Master feat. It allows me an opportunity attack if a creature enters my reach, which is 10 feet.
True.
Okay.
So I will take advantage of that since he's already weak, and I'm going to use my opportunity attack to basically smack him across the face as he enters.
Alright, let me see it. Let me see the roll. I hate you.
11! I am just flying! No. I'm just flying tonight. I caress his shoulder too.
Last one, last game you were just rolling so well. Now you're just caressing shoulders.
Oh,
I've got a soft spot
for you.
for
He didn't
stupid
hit
people.
either, so he takes a very weak swing with his short sword, kind of nervous, and just takes a terrible little jab at you, missing, and then standing right there menacingly.
Can I tell that they're nervous?
The two little ones definitely are, and have very little combat experience.
I just give him. I literally just critique his swing right on the spot again. I'm just like, no, man, you gotta. If you're thrusting, you need to push with your shoulder as well. Get all of your weight into that push.
He's talking about thrusting.
Oh my god.
He really knows how to handle.
Wait, is that why Zephyr grabbed my chest?
Yeah, probably.
Jace doesn't pick up on those kinds of things.
So Despair is just looks over to Zephyr. He's just like, if you like him so much, why don't you just marry him?
If only.
If this campaign doesn't end in a wedding,
it will be a sad day.
This will be the way we unite the country.
Ravenous half-elf sex.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, Despair, you have the next one.
Glad to derail you.
Oh my god. Alright, so Despair, like, after she says that to Zephyr, she just looks out, and she's eyeing the big one. Like, ooh, I remember you. and she goes into a rage, and, like, she's like, hi! And she, like, she looks like she's about to, like, slice him, but instead she flips her axe to the side, making it so she's gonna, like, bonk his head again like she did earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, hit him with the big one.
Yeah.
This
Hit him with it.
cartoon style bonk.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. 14 hit.
Whack.
Whack.
It does
Oh my
not.
god.
Oh You gently caress his shoulder with the
Warlock is getting
No,
attached.
it's more like she's like and she like kind of like stares a bit and like she's like, oh fuck.
Despair, raise your shoulders a little bit, and and then he remembers that you're naked, and he's like, shit!
And he's been missing this whole time.
Do as I say, not as I do. Alright, that's
my
gonna
God.
bring us back to the top.
Hi, okay,
Yeah.
Ace is gonna come out of the bush and step behind the guy that Jace was just, critiquing. And I'm gonna take a shot right by him and, like, behind him.
Okay. Go ahead. Let me see the shot.
Yeah, if he doesn't know you're there, you should have advantage.
You're oh my god. You're flanking him, so I get, sneak attack. That's +3, sorry. No, plus... Hold
hits.
on.
It hits.
It's,
5.
okay, it's +5, but
It
yeah,
already
cool.
hits.
You hit.
And you have sneak attack. I have a strong feeling I know how this turn is gonna end.
It's a 9. Those are shitty rolls!
Remember, if
I
you're
mean-
flanking him, you get advantage on the attack.
It's gonna kill.
Okay, I will kill him.
Tell me how you do. I want to see how you kill, little boy.
Ace is gonna point blank shoot him, like, from the back of the head, and as he's falling, he's just gonna stare at Jace, just like, why are you giving pointers to the enemy? What is this something normal you do?
Jace just kind of looks at the dead guy on the ground and looks back to you. Well, he learned something before he died.
Not gonna help him much, is it, though?
Nope, but it makes me feel good.
Okay. Okay. Well, as long as you feel good.
Positivity. It's all about
People are fighting
positivity.
around us.
Alright,
People
Zeph.
dying. So, how many people are alive?
2. Well, yeah, 2, technically.
Who's the biggest motherfucker here?
Morlack.
Me.
I send my spiritual weapon. He's about 20 feet away, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I use my bonus action to send my giant spiritual book up and smash him down.
Ace is gonna see the book go by, and he's gonna cross his arms and remind Zephyr not to kill the guy.
Magic damage is always lethal, so he's ignoring you.
Okay.
It's big
So-
boy, and you guys haven't hit him yet, so...
The book is smashing down. It's melee spell attack, which is... is melee spell attack? Yeah. Yes, it is.
Also, you
Okay.
guys realize you can kill these.
That's a +5. So let's see here.
Well, I
But
think
we want-
Ace wanted him alive for information.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
information.
Gotcha.
That's a 13.
That's a no.
I'm guessing.
I
that's
swung and then I missed. And then I swung again. Then I missed.
So, Zephyr.
I swung a third time and I missed
Okay,
again.
okay. And I run up, seeing that not work, I run up to him and I touch him and I use my action to inflict wounds.
Alright, let me see it.
Yep. It is a melee spell attack. So, same thing again.
Oh!
No.
Oh my god, how do you gently caress his shoulder?
you grab his peck and you just remember mine.
And I'm just like, oh.
Inflict. Whoa. Jesus Christ.
So yeah, that doesn't do any damage.
Zephyr, you gotta grab it.
Working on it. I'll show you what I can grab.
This is the most homoerotic campaign I have ever
So,
This is
yeah,
amazing.
no success on my end.
No, that's not gonna work. Next up is gonna be Jace.
'Cause this shit is-
So
Oh wait, never mind. Sorry, it's Morlack's turn. I skipped my boy. Yeah, it's Morlack,
uh-oh.
and he is gonna take a swing at Zephyr right next to him
Bring it, bitch.
with his great axe with his left hand, as he does have it.
That's
one
his
in
pimp
each.
hand.
That's his masturbatory hand.
No, that's his
Ooh,
pimp
it's
That's
hand.
his reach around hand. Sorry?
Oh god.
18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, it's going to hit for 7 damage.
Okay.
As he
That's
brings
not
his
bad.
axe down on you, he kind of leaves his hand lowered on the ground and immediately changes his view swiftly to Jace and raises his right arm and throws his other great axe with that.
Lovely. Oh, I found an accent for him finally.
Oh, well,
And I just settled on plain old British.
he rolled a 4, so don't think that's going to hit you.
It does not.
So as before, you see it sail past you, cut down a little bit more of the brush, and return to him with a flourish as he just grips onto. And that'll bring us to Jace's turn.
See? Like his axe grip, you must grasp it, Zephyr.
Firmly grasp it. Oh.
Jace doesn't pick up on any of that, by the way. So he steps up next to Zephyr, and he's going to try and attack
Oh,
Morlock.
next to Zephyr? Oh.
Yeah.
Ace is
Reaction.
slowly
Reaction to caress arm.
Ace is slowly raising an eyebrow at Zephyr, like, what the fuck? And then looking at Jace, who's obviously oblivious to what is going on.
Enjoy the pleasantries, darling.
Y'all crazy.
I just step up to him and I'm like, "Here, let us try again." And
Yes, together.
I will try and attack.
Okay, let me see the roll.
There you go, 19.
There we go!
Yay, success!
Okay. So I will spend another superiority die, and I'm going to attempt a pushing attack on him.
Okay.
Or actually, no, wait. Our Ace needs us to be basing him for sneak attack, so never mind. I'll just try trip.
There it is. That's what I like to hear.
So he's gonna take 1d10 plus 1d8 plus 3. So he takes 10 non-lethal damage.
And
then
not
he
wow.
Needs, he needs to make
Very
me
much
a strength saving throw. Chances are
Oh.
he'll probably pass, but
He rolled a 20 on it, so.
oof. All right, so I hit him non-lethally in the ankle again, and I'll be like, remind you of the bathhouse, and just give him a smile.
Returning your smile, he just reaches
I
down
remember the
neck
bathhouse.
and holds it and just gives you a nice as he his eyes kind of glow green again as he stares you down. And that's gonna bring us.
Well, I've got one more thing. As a
Oh,
bonus action,
easy.
I'm going to use my captain's inspiration, and I'm gonna shout to Despair and be like, "Bonk him on the head!"
Sure thing.
You get a
Specialty.
you get a D6 inspiration on any roll that you want.
Oh, that's awesome. Very appealing.
The next turn is the little orc with the arrow through his face. As he kind of weakly stands up and uses Morlach's leg to stand. I guess he's pretty far away. No, he uses his own strength to kind of stand and start walking. He just kind of walks towards Morlach and leans on him. And that's the end of his turn.
Does he get within my reach?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit him.
Reaction beat the shit out of the little guy.
Sorry, it's a reflex.
It actually is, yeah.
Hang on. So reaction, I'm gonna use my polearm master. Look, actually, you know what? Yeah, it's just a permanent. It's not a once a short rest. It's just I can
pretty
do it
solid.
now.
I kind of forgot you had that, but my
Roll
man
d20
has one
plus
health.
5. So he
Not that
takes. Does a 19 hit him?
Jesus.
Yeah, that hits him.
Roll one.
Kill the poor guy.
Plus, no, I'm gonna non-lethal him. So as he's kind of walking up, kind of moping, I just spin around and hit him with the backside of my halberd and be like, "Oh," and I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, yo, calm down, have a nap."
You hit him on the head, and for a second he's kind of dazed and stumbling as he says, "Morlach, I don't feel so good."
Oh
And he just passes out right there.
Is he turning to dust? Where's
Oh.
Thanos?
He never got his onion rings.
no! It's okay,
And
he's
the
not
next
dead.
turn is Despair.
Alright, so Despair will just look over to the small orc and she's like, they're really weak. And she'll try to hit the big man himself
Good.
non-lethally and bonk him on the head.
You see it.
And you have my inspiration if you need it, but you don't need it.
7. And
Ooh.
whack. Whack. Remember that?
I do,
Zephyr.
very much so. The audience does not.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, she whacks him on the head as hard as she can.
Which is
Wow,
a step.
I'm chunked my dude by now, actually. Alright, you take a nice swing at him that is enough to make him stumble for a minute, but after just a second of holding his head, he kind of returns back up and shakes it off and looks at you.
And now he has disadvantage against attack rolls against everyone else except me. So.
That is a very cool feature.
Yeah, it is neat.
Anyways, what were you saying, Critty?
Nothing. That'll bring us to the top again.
Okay, Ace is going to... He on the ground, or is he still standing?
He's standing.
Okay, Ace is gonna walk over his... Yurik is gonna land on his shoulder again. He's gonna cross his arms and glare at him, and it's just like, do you really want to continue, or should we just, We can make this easy, or we can make this really hard. And he's gonna try to intimidate him to stop.
Can we see it?
And give up. Oh, okay.
You have expertise in that, so I'm expecting great things.
He kind of looks at you, narrowing his eyes a little bit. And what exactly is the easy way?
You tell us exactly what the old man is planning, and what you have to do in all of this.
He kind of looks at the ground and looks at his two wounded and deceased allies. And he looks back at... I don't know. Fine. The old man. He told us we go to the guards' quarters. We break in and cause a panic. He said he just needed us as a distraction. That's all I know.
Do you know where he is right now?
We were supposed to meet right outside of the gates. He's back in town somewhere. We were going to wait for him.
I guess we got our destination, guys.
Do I believe that that's all he knows?
Roll me something. Roll me a
Insight.
Insight.
I want to roll insight too.
Bet.
That is 25.
Oh my
Yay.
god, nat 20.
Okay, well.
I know his dirty little secrets.
I mean, he's not hiding too much.
Damn, what a waste.
Actually, I don't even have to say it in his voice. Yeah, the only thing he's really leaving out is the fact that he was going to be paid a decently large sum of money. And he does kind of know what his plan is. He just knows the reason that he's targeting the guards' quarters is because that is where the head and body of Vialis are. Though he doesn't know what the man wants with it. He just knows that's what he wants, or that's the reason he's going.
Was he sent to retrieve it?
No, he's just the Orcs are just supposed to get the attention of the guards, so he can go in and finesse the stuff.
Okay.
Ace is gonna take another arrow and notch it on the bow and turn to Jace and ask what the description of the contract we have, if they wanted dead or alive.
For the Orcs, DM, what was the contract, dead or alive?
Dead or alive.
The weak one, as a response, the weak one, I'm literally just going to attack him and knock his ass out.
I thought he was already knocked out.
Yeah, he's already asleep.
Oh, the other one?
One of them's dead.
Or do you
One
mean
of them's
completely out of
dead.
commission?
Well, yeah, I know one's dead, but the other one.
And the other one out like a light.
So,
Oh, I thought I did not knock him out.
Unless
Never mind.
you mean like out of
You got
commission completely forever.
He had one
No.
health, my guy.
Okay,
Like anything you could have done would have knocked him out.
can Ace use sleep on this guy?
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Oh, hold on. I forget how to do this. Hold on.
You roll
You have
for
to
hit
roll a
points,
certain amount of hit points, yeah.
and then if you match it, he goes unconscious.
19. Does that take him out?
Yes.
Sweet, there we go.
Yeah, let's go sleep.
As he goes to bed, I'm gonna start tying him up with the hempen rope in my inventory.
As he's
We
slowly
should probably
beginning
take
to
him
fade,
back.
he just goes, "You said we had a deal." And he just falls to the ground.
And Ace is gonna say to him, even though he's asleep, we did have a deal, I didn't kill you.
Well, we should probably take these to the guard's house since we're going there anyway, correct?
Zephyr is tying them all just together.
Ace is searching through their pockets.
Well, you don't find much in their pockets. On the hand of Morlat, you do see a nice glowing ring that seems to have some sort of magical aura to it. On his right hand, the one that he had the returning axe, the one that he was throwing the returning
Do
axe.
I see this?
Ace does because she was searching.
Well, if I'm tying them up, I would be in close proximity. Would I see him pick it
Yeah,
up?
that's fun. You can see that.
If you pass it to me, I can take 10 minutes and find out what it does.
Sure, I'll toss it to him.
Oh, wait a second. Shit, do clerics get ritual casting?
Oh, do they?
I don't think they do.
No, I believe they do. Well, did you take damage, by the way?
Who?
Zephyr?
I
Zephyr, you
Zephyr
took
did.
damage, right? How much did you take?
7 points.
So Jace will come over and kind of slap you on the shoulder and give you 7 hit points. And he'll be like, "Good show, chap."
I can
Okay.
cast ritual spells. So
You
I
can?
have Identify ready if you want it.
Okay, I'll toss it to you.
Okay, I will grab it. And I will take 10 minutes after I tie these blokes up to cast Identify as a ritual.
Okay. It just takes like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's correct.
I'll let you know in a Shumekin then what it is. Yeah, so you tied him up, inspecting the ring.
Sorry?
What's y'all's next move?
While we're waiting?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what it does. I can just tell you now, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, we were probably waiting 10 minutes.
Well, we can go and raid the shack for all
Yeah.
the materials and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
that's
would probably rate it. Although I can't really carry anything on me other than in my hands.
If you would like, I can carry the bulk of the items. At least until we get back to town.
Vials of stuff. That's really all.
And I've got the paperwork for, like, experimentation and shit.
Yeah, I mean, we should take everything regardless, so...
He finds no coin
I'm
whatsoever.
not leaving any notes behind.
Understandable. Alright, so you guys gonna clean this man's crib out.
Yep.
And just by the way, the ring is called the Mjolnoric ring. And while wearing it, the hand that you throw, so if it's on your right hand, right, if you throw your weapon with that hand, it will automatically return back to you. Or if you leave your weapon somewhere and it has a clear path, it'll immediately return to you. And if it's in somebody's hand, it will burn them, forcing them to let go of it and coming back to you.
Oh,
Dope as
that's
shit.
nice.
That would be really
I will
cool.
describe this to everyone and say, yes, it returns items to your hand, and if someone should try to touch it, it burns you.
I'm interested in that ring. And plus, everyone will be fine because I'm now clothed.
That's not cute.
You're accessorized.
Yeah.
It's a step in the right direction.
I mean, out of everybody, I think you having the ability to chuck your axe and then have it returned to you probably is the most beneficial.
It's of little
Yep.
use to me.
Yeah. Jace just kind of chuckles and he says, "I have javelins. Those don't need to return."
Alright, so Despair will, kneel down and take the ring, and she's trying to pick what finger she's gonna
You're kneeling down to my crotch level?
put the ring on. No much, she's just gonna put it on her,
Thumb.
not the thumb. It's the third finger beside the finger on her, left hand.
Middle finger?
Your
No.
ring finger?
Ring finger.
Well, that would
Like
make
the marriage finger.
Yup.
Fair.
just just because she doesn't know.
Oh, poor thing. Oh no.
She's spoken for, gents. Huzzah!
Let's go to the barracks.
Yeah, we gotta go to the barracks.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
So let's drag. We got to bring these orcs though. Let's bring the one that's asleep and then the one that's passed out. We can leave the dead one.
I'll help carry.
I was gonna
We
say, you
should-
guys are
we
gonna
should-
need minimum 2 people to be carrying Big Boy.
Oh, me.
I'll carry
Yeah,
this big boy.
I mean, I can carry him if needed. Honestly, I don't care.
Alright,
Ace is gonna
I'll
start
have the
dragging
spare be
the
able to
dead
do
one.
a strength roll for it.
I'll help.
If you can
I'll
finesse
carry
it.
the small one, I guess.
Ace will carry the dead one just in case we can get extra money for the third dead
Cart
one.
the head.
Cart.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. He'll take the knife and he'll start cutting the head
It's gonna
off.
take a while.
Jace just brings his halberd down on the guy's neck.
That works.
Oh, that works too.
There you go.
This
Oh, he takes
wasn't.
charge so well.
Oh.
Of course I do. I smile and the little gleam comes out of my teeth.
Ace is just like you do understand what he's saying, right? As he picks up the
Yes,
head.
he's a very nice man.
Lovely man.
Ace is just
So do
gonna
I need
walk
to roll a
away.
Strength check.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can I aid?
Ayy.
Should I be making a strength check for carrying the little guy?
Yeah. Yes. I don't know, Zephyr's pretty jacked. Yeah, do it anyway. Let me see it anyway.
I'll help whoever's struggling, I guess.
That's a 17.
They're both fine. You guys are each able to carry your respectively large and smaller orcs with no issue.
I've got this.
I
Alright.
feel fine.
Ace has just got
Headed
a
to
head.
the barracks then.
Yep.
As you walk up to the first gate on the entrance to the Therum district, the guards, as per usual, put their pikes together in an X formation. What is it with you always coming here with heads?
We always do jobs.
I don't think I've ever been here with a head, but
Occupational trait.
I guess so. What are you doing here specifically with this orc head?
I hand him the contract.
Do I look like Persephone to you? Does this
No,
look
she's
like
much
the
prettier.
Adventurers Guild? Does this look like the Adventurers Guild
We're
to you?
passing through.
Passing through for what?
To return these 3 to justice. Or 2
or
and a half.
The two.
two.
Alright then. And he just kind of both of them kind of push the gates behind them open as they put their pikes away. Always with this group.
Somebody's got to do the hard work as I look at him and just walk by.
Well,
Kind of a
Well-
side eye.
while they're doing that, Ace is actually going to take the head to the guild to actually get paid properly.
We're all heading that way.
Oh,
No, you guys are heading to the
no,
barracks.
the guild is not in the Therum district. You guys are going to the barracks.
Those are two different things. So Ace is going to go and take the head with the contract, and yeah,
Yeah, Jace will give you the contract.
okay, and I'll head that way.
Okay, so we're all headed to the guild now?
No,
No,
just
we're
Ace.
The stairs.
Just Ace?
We're staying at the barracks.
Okay.
Old man might be here.
Alright. We'll handle the barracks thing first, I guess. You guys walk up to your second set of gates with another set of guards. And you can see plenty more behind them, some of them on guard, some of them just hanging out, leading to the entrance of the barracks. Goodness gracious. I take it you took that orc quest that was posted up at the guild then.
What gave it away?
Never mind. Why, pray tell, are you turning it in here instead of at the guild? And why, if I may ask, is he still alive?
That's exactly why we're bringing them to the barracks for questioning. There's another independent investigation we were doing on the dissent in the lower district, and this person is jointly involved in that. Thus, the barracks.
Huh. Interesting. Jointly involved in what, exactly?
in a plot involving the meat pie shop. I believe we've already mentioned that once before.
Yes. I guess I'm just surprised that a couple of orcs would be involved.
Outside help.
Hired thugs,
Exactly.
but they know things.
Well, I really appreciate this and everything else you guys have done for the town. I'll take the orcs in and we'll get the questioning done right quick.
Much obliged, and I shuffle him off my shoulder.
Thank you. Wait,
Fair will do the same.
before you go, there's something about this plot that I should specifically keep my eye open for.
Yes.
You should keep your eye open for the old man called Charles.
Charles
Yes,
Dorith.
They
The
want
one making
head.
speeches, is it?
Yes, indeed. The
Yeah.
man spreading dissent.
Yes.
We
Well,
heard that
yeah,
he wants to try to come into this place for something.
I would.
Well, no, we know what he wants. He wants the head of what's his face.
Violet de Moor.
Yeah.
Is it still here?
Yeah, the head and the body.
Is this the guard captain?
Actually, wait a minute. No. What am I thinking? No, this is not a captain. We sent it over to the adventurers, the alchemist guild for a little bit more of experimentation before we put it back here on ice.
Good.
I think they've got it still.
Who from the Alchemist Guild came over to get it?
Old man in a cloak. No, I'm just kidding.
God,
I'm joking.
That would be
It was,
Plot twist.
whoa, what's the man's name? The dungeon master's scrolling up right now. Oh, Karis I believe was the name of the man.
He is trustworthy.
Oh, yeah. Him.
yeah, but
Yes.
why does he want the head?
Experimentation.
That's a reasonable claim, since all of this is alchemical.
Yeah, we've been passing it back and forth. We're just trying to figure everything out, you know.
Since
And
this-
especially since you put that tip in on the whole meat pie shop thing, you're just kind of looking into it as close as you can, you know.
Since this investigation was jointly connected to the Alchemers Guild, Karistal, of all the people there, I would trust him more.
I
we
agree
should
with
at least let him know that somebody could be coming for it. The Alchemist Guild is probably a lot less guarded than the barracks.
Yes, I guess I never really thought somebody would be trying to get the head of him back. Not even sure what he would want that for.
Please send some guards to the Alchemers Guild to let him know. Just for safety.
Will do. Thank you guys so much. I'll get this done with, and I'll have a talk about sending some guards over there for a little bit of extra duty. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You kind of see him lugging the big dude back as he's kind of mumbling in his sleep at this point, being passed from guard to guard as they take him inside and close the doors behind them. And those two go back to guarding the gate, and they just give you a nice polite nod.
I guess let's head back to the Adventurers Guild and meet up with Ace.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, okay, that's fine. As you guys walk up to the... Oh, wait, no, I gotta cover your half of it, I guess.
yeah.
I forgot y'all split up a little bit.
While they were doing that, I'm just handing them. I'll hand the lady. Was it a lady?
Yeah, Persephone.
Persephone.
Okay, I'll hand Persephone like the head and be like, okay, we took care of your orc problem. The other two are
we
in.
killed 3, but I mean we did 3, but it was a camp that we were supposed to do.
My,
Oh, was it?
you guys took the orc nomads. It's a whole entire camp of orcs. These
guys
just
are
happen to
ahead
be
of
the
yourselves.
ones. What's that?
I just said you guys are getting ahead of yourselves.
Yeah, the full thing is for an entire camp of them, but these 3 are the ones that are commonly moving together that you guys met at the bathhouse. But you covered that there are 6 orcs in total, and 2 large wolves. Excuse me. Yeah. So as you plop the head of it on the table, she just kind of gives you a surprised look. Goodness. I don't suppose this came... what's my accent again?
It's cool.
I don't know.
I don't suppose this came from the camp of orcs, from the quest.
A few. Oh, I'm not there.
You're not there. Right. It was a camp. Well, here's 1. 2 are already at the barracks, and the other, my group is taking care of that. How many of them were there?
6 orcs in total, I believe. And they had 2 large wolves, seeming to move with them.
Right, okay. Well, take this as I guess, a promise that we would take care of the rest.
Goodness. How did you manage to find one of them just moving on their own?
We know how to deal with things. Don't worry about it.
I guess so. You guys never failed to impress me. She kind of tentatively takes the head and sticks it somewhere behind the desk. As you know, as per usual, I can only offer what gold I am allowed. So, and as it's not the full quest, it's going to be quite a disappointing amount of gold. But, you know, and she kind of bends down for a moment and is seeming to work with something as you hear coins jingling as she puts a nice burlap sack of coins in front of you. Here you go, and I wish you luck in taking down the rest of them.
Thanks. So this is only half of the bounty, is
Half for one dude's head?
3, because we took
You
care
only
of
have
it.
one head.
Yeah, she only knows about one. She's only seen a head.
Oh, okay, so how much has she been... How much is in the bag? Can I look in the bag? How much is...
Yeah. It's about 75 coins in the bag.
Damn.
75 gold coins?
Gold coins, yeah.
How much was the full quest?
Hold on. 500.
Holy
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's about right.
Okay, there's 70 gold coins in there. Hold on, math. There's 75 between the 4 of us. How, math, please?
Oh, what, you want to split it right now?
Well,
It'd
I
be,
want.
it'd be
Ace
like
wants to
18
know.
apiece.
18 apiece. Okay, Ace is gonna take 70. Ace wants to take a cut without them knowing.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Rogues, man.
Yeah. Alright, how much you gonna try to finesse?
That's why I need math.
Well, I just did the math for you. 18 apiece is
18.7.
72, and there's 3 left over. So you can take the 3.
I'll take. Okay, yeah, I'll take this. I'll take. That would be 21 pieces for Ace then, right? And then the
Yep.
rest would be 18 pieces. Okay, that's what he'll do.
Okay. Works for me.
And then when you guys get here, he's gonna toss it at whoever comes through the door first and say, "Here's
I'll say they can show up
half of
about
them.
it now.
Jace walks through the door.
He's gonna throw the bag."
I catch it.
Alright.
So, are we being paid for a job that's not done yet?
Apparently.
I throw the bag back to Persephone.
Partly, it's what we're given for
well,
now.
it's
until
not
we
that
can-
much gold. I appreciate the gesture, but I'll give you what I can for a job at least partly done. It's not that much gold in the end for completing the whole thing. I do what I can. She tosses it back at you.
If you insist, I suppose. And I'll ruffle through, and then Jace tries to do math. He's not very good at it, so he kind of.
You are, but Jace is not.
Yeah,
Zephyr,
he kind of looks at Zephyr and just hands Zephyr the bag like, no, numbers are hard.
Zephyr takes one look and says, "This is 18 pieces of gold."
Oh, thank you.
However,
You are a
Persephone
gentleman
puts-
and a scholar.
She puts her hand.
Gentleman, more so.
Persephone puts her finger up for a moment. However, I must tell you guys, I have some kind of terrible, but maybe slightly better news. Do you remember, by chance, when you came and you looked at the quest about the monster in the sea
Yes,
messing with
indeed.
boats,
Mhm.
and how it was a laughable amount of gold as per usual?
Yes.
Well, it is now. She points at the board, and it's an urgent quest, which is terrible because somebody's ship was destroyed. Nobody died, but it got the notice of the kingdom, and they upped the price to 2,000 gold for
Oh.
one of the sea monsters, because it's pretty noticeable to many that there's 2 things out there. Just yesterday, there was an encounter with one of them. It was a chul, a large crab-like creature with disgusting claws that walks on 6 legs. A vile creature, but it breathes on land, and they were able to lure it there. And Well, that's all I really heard, but the other creature, they really don't know what it is, but they're offering 4,000 for that one.
Oh, lovely.
Ace's
Clearly.
eyes go wide.
Zephyr seems a bit more intrigued.
Yes, I'm happy to say that I can actually offer real amounts of gold now. At least for this quest, but it is very dangerous. That is why they're offering so much. And obviously...
Oh, God.
Oh, you're good.
I was gonna say, as everybody else is drooling over the amount of gold, Jace is just gonna be like, well, as enticing as that is, I think that the more pressing issue should be the old man.
Well,
We should make sure that we cover all bases on that first before going off and adventuring on something else.
Oh, I understand, but this is quite the urgent one too. I wouldn't look away so quickly. But you guys do whatever you want in whatever order you want. It's not my
He's
thing.
going to take the 4,000 one off the wall.
Okay.
Jace, if I may, this is a duty for the guards to do. This is not really in the purview of the Adventurers Guild. We have no authority to take such a matter as the old man in hand. We've already done enough of a service to them as it is. If we take out the Orc encampment, that aligns with everyone's goals.
No, I would agree with that.
So I guess it's settled. We deal with the Orcs and then come back and...
But I want to deal with the old man! I want to bonk him on his head!
And I want to trip him again. We have to wait for our pleasures.
Assaulting elders notwithstanding.
Well, he seems like he's evil.
What are we doing? It just occurred to me. What are we doing with the stuff we stole? Should we take that to the Alchemist Guild?
Probably.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was going to say when we were back at the barracks, but you guys kept talking. I was going to say I was going to hand them the soldier, the research notes and say take that to Caristhal.
Ah,
Sorry.
that would have made sense.
We got sidetracked, sorry.
That's alright. DM, is that cool?
You guys are heading to the Alchemist Guild?
No. I forgot to mention because everybody got a little sidetracked at the barracks. I was going to hand the barracks soldier there the research notes that I'd collected.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
And I was going to say, take that to Caristhal.
Works for me. I'm fine with that. And on that note, are y'all headed to the Alchemist Guild?
No, we don't have a
I
reason to
think
go
we need
now.
to.
Oh, I thought you said you were turning in the potions and...
We already give it to the barrack guys.
Oh, the potions too? Okay, got it. Okay. Then what's your next move?
Ace is gonna point at the paper in his hand and is like, we should go for this, like, right now, because this'll...
If I may, we've dealt a blow to the Orcs, and there's still 425 gold to go on that. Can we deal with this first? It shouldn't be too much of a problem, it's close by.
Alright, let's do that first, but we're taking this.
It's an extreme job, but okay.
Also, let me say, the 4,000 one that you're holding is 4,000 for a reason. It is not entirely known what the other one is, but it is clearly quite bigger and assumedly more dangerous.
High risk,
But the
high
tool is super dangerous itself, of course, but not nearly as much as the other one, as much as we can tell.
high risk, high reward.
I guess 2,000 is still quite the high reward, though, and much less of a risk.
Indeed, but I must admit it has piqued my curiosity, and when my curiosity is piqued, it is seldom settled.
Just be careful. I worry about all of you.
Always.
Jace will kind of go over to Persephone and be like, Persephone, you brought me here to help with these very things, and everyone here is very capable of that as well. So we'll be back, and we'll be safe. And he'll kind of take her hand and kiss her hand.
She kind of blushes super hard. Of course, Jace, I trust you. That's why I brought you here.
Charming man, isn't he?
Okay, no, Ace just stopped the answer, never mind. He was gonna look at Zephyrus for his reaction to that.
That was his reaction.
He turns around
not
and just kind of
jealous,
flicks
just
his
like,
hair
oh,
back
yeah.
and yeah, you jealous.
No, not jealous, just, oh yeah. He's charming.
I touched your shoulder earlier.
Oh,
He's
shit.
giving it everywhere.
He felt it.
Just going around.
Yeah, I healed you earlier.
Yeah, he felt it. More than you know.
I'm never gonna wash that shoulder again.
No, not quite that bad.
All right. Where are you guys headed now?
Well, the contract went over the general area of the orc camp, right?
Yeah.
It's just outside the town.
Yeah, so we could probably just go and wander and probably try and track him down.
Yep, you can find it.
It's still early, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty early.
Should we
So, like,
take
midday.
the cover of darkness to making a strike?
I believe once we inform them that their leader has been taken custody, perhaps they'll just follow suit.
Perhaps.
I am a very persuasive man.
I'm just suggesting that nobody need die if things go sour. If we take them by surprise, we can subdue them without consequence.
Well, if Jace's persuasion doesn't work and Ace is going to take out a dagger, he's like, there's always another way of intimidating them instead.
Needless violence. Not that I'm opposed.
Well, I say we go now. I believe Ace is very interested in getting to that $2,000 and $4,000 quest.
Indeed, I am. Let's go. He walks right out the door.
I don't mean to burst all your bubbles, but I would like to point out they still have 2 large wolves and how many was it? 3 more soldiers?
Yeah.
How about we just tame the wolves?
Ace
They are
doesn't hear
tamed.
this. He's already out the door.
Despair.
I follow.
Despair.
Let's go! As I run out the door.
Yeah?
If I may, a moment of your time.
Sure.
If we fight these wolves, will you be able to subdue them, or would you like us to deal with that ourselves?
Subdue them how? Like, kill them?
If need be. Personally,
Win them over first.
I don't mean to hurt you in this regard, but personally it does not matter to me whether they're dead or alive. But I understand that it bothers you, and that's why I ask.
I understand. I suppose we have to kill them, I guess.
If it's a problem for you, simply use your blunt end, and we'll do our best to subdue them afterward in as least threatening a way as possible. And
Understood.
he pats her shoulder. He's kind of used to the nid, he doesn't really give a shit. And he continues walking behind Jace.
Yep, and Despair will follow, and she just says, "Goodbye, Persephone."
I was muted. Goodbye.
That human mute button. Ugh.
So
You guys are headed to the orc camp then in broad daylight?
Yep, apparently
Yep.
so, because everybody else is Russian. But
Ace is already there.
She's already there.
Ace is already there.
Zephyr would like to sneak the moment we come within view of the camp.
Yeah, Despair will do the same.
Ace will do the same and also send Yurik above the camp to get a better view.
I will just start walking towards the door to make a distraction.
Oh, so okay.
Sounds like a plan.
As as you guys walk down the path, not very far off from the layer of brush that was hiding the old man's hut, just a short walk from there, you start to approach as the path kind of fades off. In the middle of a clearing in the forest, you see another trail. At the center of it, a large stone hut, but much larger than the old man's was, surrounded by tiki torches and other little rocks that are around that some people are sitting on, some people sitting around a campfire, and the wolves chained up right near the main part of the hut. And people are eating, or orcs are eating large hunks of meat and just kind of talking about.
Talking about what?
Just talking. They're
Oh,
chilling.
talking about. Got it.
Yeah.
Before Jace makes a scene, he looks at everybody else to kind of like nod, like get in positions, and then we'll
Zephyr
see what
is
happens.
going to hide apart from the rest of them and stay low to the ground, see if he can stay behind bushes and have his mace ready and out.
Yeah, Despair will do the same. Maybe on, like, the other side. She's, like, readying her axe to yeet it to someone. Yep.
How close are we to the camp?
Everyone who's hiding is maybe about 40 feet away.
Would you like us to make stealth checks?
Ace is gonna try to get closer before he hides.
Yeah, if you're gonna get closer, I need a stealth check, but you can stay 40 feet away pretty comfortably.
I'm gonna try to get closer.
I would like to get within 20 feet of the main camp.
Oh,
Yeah, the Sparrow probably would want to do the same.
Alright, let me see the rolls.
Oh shit.
14.
Nah,
Sparrow's
22.
invisible.
Yeah, despite the fact being
she got
nasty.
the one. She got the one ring.
Ooh.
Yep.
Well, you're actually all passed.
Awesome.
I do? Really?
Yeah.
They're passing.
Shockingly so.
Pretty shit.
Well, they're not really posting guards, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're chilling.
Guards are dead. Or captured.
Yeah.
We could have a surprise round and just
Well,
ambush
That's
them.
probably
I'm
what's
hoping
gonna
we
happen
can
if
just-
we end up fighting.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we don't need to do that,
We
but we'll
haven't
see.
begun attacking, so we'll see.
Who
So-
looks like the biggest guy here?
They're all pretty medium sized, not as big as, or not as small as little pipsqueaks, but not as big as Morlack.
And Ace sneak up behind one of them, grab him, and hold his
Oh.
knife to his neck.
I thought
So
Jace
we're
was
straight
doing the
for
thing
attack,
first.
then.
I thought, isn't Jay supposed to talk them through
There was supposed
first?
to be negotiations.
Oh yeah,
on
that's
sword, but- oh well. Too late now.
It's too late. Ace is going. Ace is walking.
Ace is going rogue. Get it?
Fair enough. Yeah, I hate you for that one. But
I'll walk in as Ace is doing that and kind of shout to the group to get their attention, and I'll just be like, gentlemen, I believe we need to talk.
so like right before she starts at this dude's neck? Is that how we're doing it, or is she
Is it at the
not
same time?
If-
Is it at the same time?
Right before.
If
so
I see-
I'll get their attention. You sneak up and just put your dagger to one of their throats.
Okay, do I need to roll another
If-
sneak?
Yes.
Okay. This is not gonna go good.
Does she get
But I
advantage?
mean,
for shouting?
Jace is like.
Yeah, I'll give you an
distracting
advantage
them.
for the distraction.
If I see Ace,
Oh, good thing for advantage.
if I see Ace in my eye line, although I'd probably have to do a perception check for this. If I see Ace,
Good for the advantage.
for God's sake, I just want to say it. If I see Ace in my eye line trying to grapple someone, I probably would have reacted by shouting a command at the other guard, saying, "Undress!" And he'll have to take 6 seconds to do so while I tie him up.
What the fuck?
Excuse me, I'm gonna need you to run that one by me one more time.
Yeah, command. I'm going to command him to undress, which should take some time so he has his armor off.
Kinky.
Oh,
It
Okay.
should lower his AC for 6 seconds, one round. But that should also give me enough time to slap some ropes on him.
okay.
If he fails the wisdom save.
Let
which
me
is 13.
let me see the roll.
Oh, no,
Oh, it's after
it's
beat 13?
DC 13.
Okay. Oh, he beat it.
Damn.
He
we
just
both
walked
fail.
up to him and be like, strip.
Yeah, exactly. And he's just like, no!
No.
Okay. I'm a little confused at the order of everything that's happening here. This is
I
the
mean,
most hectic begin to a fight.
I mean, I
So,
saw Ace
as
move,
I've understood it, Jace swaggers up to all of them in the middle and says, Gentlemen, as they all start to pay attention. One of them standing up, going, "Hey, you!" And before he can finish his sentence, brought back down to a sitting position with a knife next to him, next to his throat. And then
That
swiftly
worked.
after that, one of them is commanded to undress.
And he's like,
Is that how I'm
"No."
understanding the situation?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe that Ace's roll also failed. So
It
it was an 8.
no,
You
she
had
had
11.
advantage.
Advantage.
Oh,
11.
advantage.
She had 11 and it
Oh, okay.
passed.
Gotcha. Well, mine.
Oh, thank
mine
God.
failed.
Okay, so now that the situation has settled, what do the orcs do? Do they actually like restrain themselves and wait, or are we going straight to combat?
As they notice, they've kind of pulled their weapons out, but they notice that you have one of them by the neck, and they kind of pause for a moment. What are you doing? Where is Morlack?
And you hear.
Morlack is currently asleep in prison.
And you hear undress. And,
You're gonna
yeah.
cast the spell.
Are you gonna do it again?
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Actually, I have to double check something. No, they
I feel
don't. They
like
don't. They do
Zephyr
not
is really
become.
gay at this point.
They do not become immune to it if they succeed. So yeah, he'll do another DC 13.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Zephyr's letting his emotions get control of him.
All right, let me see.
He was
Oh,
touched
well,
by Jace, and he's just like, I
Did he
need
fail?
more.
Did he fail?
Well,
I need
on the
to-
last one I rolled a nat 20, and I just rolled a nat 1. So.
Oh yeah, he's interesting for 6 seconds. That should give you
Oh
enough
my
time
god,
to wrap
he's,
some rope.
he's
So-
gonna completely undress. Like, he's gonna be full on.
No, it's
like,
6 seconds.
Okay.
That's not long enough to take off armor, but he will be
Okay.
lowered AC for 6 seconds.
As the situation plays out, you hear, "Wait, where is Morlock?" And you tell him where Morlock is, and then you hear, "Undress!" And he goes, "Okay."
Oh my god, that's awesome. And
It just immediately does as he was told.
I'm gonna
I
immediately
can't
attempt
breathe.
to.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna immediately attempt to wrap some ropes around him.
Okay.
I guess that'd be strength check to see if it's
Yeah.
tight enough.
Well, I'll do athletics because y'all are like wrestling for.
Oh,
the-
athletics? I'm good at that.
Oh, I take
Oh
it
no,
back.
it's only plus 2. Never mind. Wrong character. 18. I won.
We'll
Unless.
see about that one.
All right, let's see what you roll.
12. You won.
Oh hell yeah, I won. So there's one down.
So
I
now
don't know
that so now that they're all kind of doing their things now, Jace will just follow it up again and say, "Yes, we happened to run into Morlack and his other 2 goons earlier. They have been dealt with, and Morlack is in prison. I suggest that either you follow us to prison or you leave these lands and don't come back." And can I make a persuasion?
And Zephyr
Yeah.
will try to give an advantage and say, "Or I can find a place to shove this," and hold up the base.
Yeah, thank you.
So do I have advantage?
Yes.
Alright, so there's the first, there's the
Nice.
second.
Oh wait, was this an intimidation?
Wow, man, I can't
Those
roll
are
today.
both bad!
Oh fuck!
I can't roll today.
Ace
Can
has
Ace-
such a good intimidation. We didn't use
Can Ace is going to intimidate them and is like, or we can just kill you
I'm
all
pretty
right
sure.
now.
Let me see it.
Ugh.
Oh
Yes!
hell yeah! 19.
He kind of looks around and looks over at his 2 restrained allies. Okay, I'll do it. We'll leave. We'll pack up. You'll never know we were here. I promise.
Good, and please,
Is that
please put
is
your
that
clothes-
Morak's ring?
Oh shit!
Despair is in the fucking bush.
Oh yeah, Despair hasn't
Oh!
even shown herself yet.
Cool,
Yeah, that's
cool,
right. Yeah,
cool,
it's just
cool,
invisible.
cool.
Good call. Okay, we'll leave. You will never know we were here. I'm sorry. You win. Okay, you win. Just let my friends go, please.
Ace is gonna let go and...
Huh?
Oh, sorry, he's gonna go and he's gonna kick the guy forward. He's gonna kick him...
Knife guy?
The guy he was holding, he's just gonna kick him
Okay.
forward and get him out of...
Yeah, just to affirm the intimidation.
Yeah,
Zephyr
exactly.
is going to give him a slight paddle on the ass, and then back up.
Me? Wait,
No,
him?
no,
or...
no, no,
oh.
The one he had tied up. The one he's got a BDSM
Okay.
situation.
The one where I'm standing over.
Are you gonna untie him?
No. Why would I just give them the
Okay.
advantage back? No.
Okay,
They can
as
keep
you
the rope.
release the other one, they immediately start picking up their things. One of them dragging the tied up one along as they pick up all the torches and put them out nice and safely. Goodbye. Sorry. Sorry for any trouble we caused.
Ace is gonna say, wait, and he's gonna turn to Jason. He's like, how are we gonna prove that we did this?
Yeah,
The
guys.
camp remains are here.
Weren't we supposed to bring them in or remove their heads?
No, it said deal with the problem. I'm sending them away as
what
dealing
does
with
the
the problem.
contract say exactly? And I'd like to take.
How do
a
we
look at it.
prove this, though?
The contract says your DM did not specifically write out the parameters of the
Ah.
contract.
Oh,
But
okay.
but I will say, If you just drive them away, everybody will be satisfied.
Okay.
Well,
since
and
it's not
also
the
the
head of
remains of
somebody
the
already. Like you guys have had proof that you are the ones doing this stuff.
yeah,
so.
the remains of the camp will be here as well. So
Yeah, I mean, and they knew the problem was that the camp was moving closer to town, and if they're gone, problem is solved, and they know exactly who solved it because y'all brought them ahead. So.
Good.
Alright, Ace is gonna say carry on, and
Okay,
don't forget your dogs, as he points to the wolves.
I honestly did.
Ah!
I genuinely was not thinking about them this whole time.
Oh, yeah,
You're a
that's
bad pet owner.
And then
That's
Despair like pops out of the bush, and she's like, "Can I pet them?"
She's here too.
No, I guess.
Why?
No, I
You know
guess.
what? You have my friend tied up. Pet whatever you want. I honestly don't care.
Yeah, gross.
Whatever I want.
But never, I take that back. Let me rephrase.
Zephyr drops a bar of soap.
Oh,
Pick it up. Command.
No.
No, it has to be one word. Remember, so it'd probably be like
It's okay.
it'd probably be like retrieve.
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 I could say bend and like bend over.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, Zephyr's not that gay.
Well,
He's
that's
excitable.
He's got standards.
He's
He's got
excitable,
standards.
but he's still elegant.
okay. So you're gonna go over and pet the wolf?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and pet the wolf.
Okay. Roll me an animal handling check.
Okay. Also, her Despair's ring on her ring finger is showing, by the way. So
Hey, wait, isn't that? And the other one just kind of nudges him. Shut up, dude. Shut up. And they just continue cleaning up their stuff.
hey!
19, nice.
As you approach it with your hand extended, it's just growling at you with its teeth bared, and it takes a nice snap. But as your hand gets closer, it immediately begins to calm down, and it puts its head down, allowing you to pet it, and it starts cooing at you softly.
Oh, Despair's like
Giving
really
you
happy.
dog-like
Like she's like tearing up slightly. It's like such a good dog. And she just like keeps petting him.
The wolf just kind of rubs his head on your hand, and it sits down politely.
Despair is really happy about this.
Jace just leans over towards Despair and says, "That thing probably hasn't bathed in a long time."
It hasn't.
I don't care.
It
Okay.
smells like wet dog.
True that. That sounds like a remix.
Wet dog. I'm too white
Yeah,
for that.
Despair's petting the doggo. And then she looks up to the orc and she's like, "Can I keep him?"
You can really take whatever you want at this point, to be honest.
Hey,
I'm really not concerned
free
about it.
wolf.
Really?
It's not mine, it's Morlax, and he's sleeping or something, whatever you said.
Morlock won't need it.
I don't know why I went from orc to strong bad voice.
I'll go over to the other wolf and see if I can pet him. Which
Let
probably
me
will
see- let
end
me see that.
slowly for me.
Let me see the animal handling check.
Well, that's +3 for me, but knowing my
Just
rolls,
nat one. Just nat one.
it's
Slap
a
in the
19
face.
also.
Oh, my
Wow.
Damn,
goodness.
bitches. He's wise.
Yeah.
So I'm just like down.
It listens to your command immediately and starts, like, happily panting at you, and it just lays down for you.
I'll unlock the chain and like pet, and lure it forward.
The lock to the chain is not with you.
Is the
Right
chain like long enough that I can smash it with my mace?
Yeah, you can chop it easily.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I bet. Yes, you can. So you can do it for both of them, or no?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Zephyr, what should we name them?
Let's worry about that when we get out of here.
Okay.
All right, yeah, you chop both chains to the wolves easily, and they both kind of just obediently follow each of you.
Jace just supervises the orcs until they leave.
Yeah, they finish packing their stuff and just kind of go, "All right, bye."
Ace is
Have a
reading
safe
over.
trip.
Oh, we'll do. Hey, thanks for being so polite about the whole thing. By the way, I really just do what Borlak says. It's really
Oh, you're
not-
welcome.
about
He's
the
a
task.
dick.
It's cool. That was weird, by the way. Don't do that. You gotta learn another spell, dude.
No,
was
this
weird.
is my favorite.
Fair enough. All right, bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Just,
That
They
worked
just
out
walk
very
away.
well. And I pet my
they
new
just
dog.
bring their, they just bring their stuff with them on their backs and walk away.
Ace is looking over the next contract, just sort of looking in on details. Or he's totally ready to go on and move on to the next thing once we get the money for this.
So is this a timber wolf or like a dire wolf?
I'm gonna be honest. The only experience with a timber wolf I have is the timber wolves from My Little Pony. So I'm assuming it's a little bit different. But let me
I'm thinking it's like a dire wolf. Or
let me Google each of those things.
Well,
That's-
dire wolves
oh,
are
yeah.
really strong. That's why I ask.
Yeah, it's probably just a wolf, I believe.
Yeah,
'cause
I
they were
think
pretty
wolf.
weak.
I've just been going by the wolf, the 5e
Cool.
wolf.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look that up.
Yeah, it's
I
right
have
there. I got
that.
it.
I have that on my thingy here.
CR14.
I'm going to call you Ruvik.
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 What's the other one?
Here's
what
wolf
is the gender of my doggo?
Roll me an animal handling check.
Yeah, handle that.
Wait, what?
I'm just kidding.
How about
knowledge
we
nature.
roll like a 1d2? If it's
No.
a 1, it's a male. If it's a 2, it's a female.
That
there you
works.
Alright, it's a male.
Nice.
I'm gonna call him...
Call him Wolford.
I'll call him
Wolfram Brimley. Oh my
Yeah.
I
god.
hate you.
Wolford Brimley.
I hate you.
Yep. He's even got the
okay.
mustache.
No, don't.
Mine is a female. Is also a male, so it works.
So his
Okay.
name is Wolford
If
Brimley.
it was a female, all of a sudden you have like pups and shit. Oh,
Yeah. I guess they wanted the aggression.
Oh my god.
Nothing wrong with a little aggression, right, Zephyr?
It's
What? Despair. What's your wolf's name?
Wolfred?
Oh, you actually went with that?
You actually
Wolf
went with
Brimley?
Wolford Brimley?
Yeah, Wolfred.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
I'm fine with that. Okay.
Wolford Brimley.
What y'all up to
Is that how you spell
Yeah,
it?
pretty
Wolfred?
much. That's definitely good.
He's just
Well,
doing a
well-
Wilford Brimley pun.
Yeah.
So our little party of 4 went to party of 6.
Well, the animals are probably
Pets.
yeah, they're
Not
CR
even animals,
1/4
they're
wolves.
Oh,
Yeah. They're only 11 health. They'll probably die soon.
No.
I'm gonna take
Well, just
care
keep
of
them at home. They can guard the owlbear.
Oh, that's adorable.
I thought
Oh
you
my
had-
god.
you're just gonna like collect all the animals by the end of the campaign. You're just gonna have
Oh
like
yeah,
a whole
well,
zoo.
Despair is gonna be doing that, yeah.
I mean, Zephyr has a +3 to animal handling, so he'll probably be doing the same.
Jace will start walking back towards the town.
Zephyr's following with Ruvik.
Ace is
Yep.
following.
Despair is
Alright.
following and while also petting the doggo, and then she makes a mental note to clean, maybe bring it to the. So are animals allowed in the bathhouse to be bathed? I know like they've been in the bathhouse before, but are they allowed to be bathed?
The
Gonna have to
question is
find
not
out.
that. The question is, are they going to stop you?
You'll have to find
Yeah.
out.
Okay. I'm sure Nim will let me.
You guys have built a pretty nice rapport with her. Where are you guys headed now?
Back to the guild,
Got it.
the Adventurers Guild.
Okay.
We've
You
got a
kinda roll
contract
up-
to turn in.
And as you guys open the door with 2 giant, disgusting, slightly blood-covered wolves, everyone kind of stops their hustle and bustle and immediately turns to you. And then
Despair's
immediately,
still petting the doggo. She doesn't give a shit.
everyone kind of turns back as they realize what group it is, and they're kind of used to you guys'
We're weird. Get over it.
appearances. As you guys
We're not
walk up.
weird. We're efficient.
Oh, I love his way with words.
Persephone looks at the 2 wolves. My god. Why do I ever worry about you guys?
I don't know. Do these wolves look
Goodness.
familiar?
A little bit. I assume
A
that
little-
means
A little wink
you've
from
taken care of
Zephyr.
the problem.
The orcs are gone.
We convinced them to leave.
They didn't. They
That
had a
was-
tendency of not paying their debts.
And then they also gave us their dogs.
That
Yeah.
was very short work. Well,
Quick work.
promise is a promise. She throws you the rest of the The 500.
So 425.
425.
Yeah.
If we want to split that evenly,
106.
you're faster on the calculator than me.
That's 106, and then obviously
Change.
one gold piece would be left over. So somebody gets an extra gold.
I think we should give it to Jace.
I
Go
would
for it.
I would refuse.
Fight for it.
I will
Slap box.
absolutely grab it if he's not accepting it.
Ace is just gonna pick it up.
Whatever.
He's just gonna pick it up and pocket
Was
it.
that 106?
106, yes.
And what was the
Ace
amount
is-
before? I forgot to type it in.
18.
Sweet. 162 gold.
Yep.
And Ace picked up and pocketed the last one without a word. He's just taking it.
Zephyr definitely notices with his 15 passive perception and doesn't.
Oh, he didn't try to hide it.
Doesn't care.
He didn't try to hide it. He just
Desmond
picked
also doesn't care. Or Jace doesn't care, sorry.
I was gonna say what?
Desmond is his alter ego.
My cousin, nigga.
No, Jace doesn't care.
All right. Where are you guys headed now?
We're-
What time of the day is it at this point?
Yeah.
Is it getting
We
late?
did that pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's still not that late in the day.
Well,
It's like
afternoon.
maybe 3 o'clock, something like that.
Persephone,
Yes.
if you would be so inclined, could you tell us where the sea creature resides?
Excuse me.
The sea
The
creature.
crab.
The what? The secret?
Sea
The
creature.
crab.
Sea
Oh,
creature.
oh, sorry. I was like, what
Was that
secret?
not
You're not going
being
to find my
clear?
campaign
We're gonna get
out
a
that
secret
easily.
from you.
Tell me where the secrets are. Well, I wouldn't know specifically. You might be best to talk to a fisherman down by the docks.
Okay, thank you very
That's where it's
much.
been called.
Alright, Ace is already out the door.
One quick thing, and
Yes.
I would like to be chewing on the godfish.
Ooh,
So
I forgot y'all had that.
Yeah,
What's
I'm
that?
I'm just chewing on the godfish that we got in episode 1, and that should give me a plus 10 skill check for 1 hour.
Yep.
I'm going to
It
put
does.
that on my persuasion, bringing it up to plus 13. And I
Alright
would like
then.
to say, by the way, could you make sure that no one else takes that job?
Let me see. You're gonna persuade her?
Yeah, I'm going to say,
Let me see
we're
the roll.
very efficient and we can do the job easily, quickly, and comfortably. Anyone else would only be a burden and could put themselves in their own due danger.
Yeah, let me see the roll. I like it.
Sure. That's a 24. Even with an 11 roll, it's a 24. I love the godfish.
She just looks at you and just goes, "Yeah, of course. I wouldn't have any doubts you would be able to handle it yourself."
Thank you.
And she
very
takes
much.
both or the other paper. You guys only took one of the quests, and she hands it to you.
And I would also like to ask that you do whatever's in your power to, if we get this done expediently, to request of the royalty and remind them who was there for them when they needed them.
Will do, of course.
Thank you very much. And I follow the rest out. I love that fish. I have that for an hour. If we need talking,
Yes,
let
kid.
me do it.
All right, you guys are headed to the docks to see what's
Yep.
going on. Then, all right. As you approach, you notice that for the first time since you've arrived in this town, the classically filled up docks with tons and tons of boats and a ton of movement and business going on, and many shacks selling fish are completely gone. And you see maybe a couple fishermen on their seats on their dock, but their boats aren't there. Their boats are...
Do we recognize any of them?
Yes, you notice that in one seat, leaning back in his chair with his hat kind of covering his face, you see Farron Telhart. And right next to him, kind of playing around with a butterfly, chasing it, you see Morin.
Morin, good to see you.
He kind of stops and looks up from his hat, where he was just kind of whittling a piece of wood, and looks, it's good to see you all too.
Hello, friends.
And Morin's just kind of
Hello.
waving at you with a big grin on his face.
Lovely to see you, Morin, as always.
Lovely to see you too, Zephyr. He goes back to chasing down that butterfly. And as you guys are kind of approaching, he actually catches it, but claps it too hard and kills it. As it falls to the ground.
Eyes of Lenny.
Despair looks really sad. Like,
He
she
starts
looks
crying.
depressed now.
He starts crying immediately and trying to put it back together.
Despair
Theron,
will walk over to him and, like, pat his back. It's okay.
He starts nodding his head and just kind of leaning into you while he cries.
She kind of cries, too.
Ace is like face palming, like, oh my god.
Jace just looks confused. He's never met these people before.
There's Ace!
Theron, I have a question for you, a man of the sea. We're looking for that creature that has been capsizing boats. We mean to deal with it.
Never heard of it.
Never
I'm
heard
just
of it?
fucking with you.
Oh,
I'm fucking with
okay.
you. Of course I've heard of it.
Of
No one
course.
can go up the waters.
See, this is why we like you. You're a funny chap. Where exactly does it reside?
Well, no one's really gotten close eyes on on the big one, but the Chul. You go out on these waters with your boat, I guarantee you'll find him in minutes. And, well, that's how we got him the first time, right? We wanted to bait him in. A good friend of mine, Terrence Black, a brave fellow, got on his boat, lowered the thing up on the shore, and sure enough, we were all ready to fight it and get rid of it for good. But there wasn't much we could do. We threw spears, some people tried to attack it, people were injured, and, well, Terrence lost his life, and the thing retreated back into the seas, and not a boat has seen these waters since. But the Chul is not hard to get your hands on, but the other one, I couldn't tell you. It's taken down somebody's boat, though. I didn't know him. Heard he was a good man. Heard he had a good crew, but they're all
I
gone.
do have a question.
Yeah.
Did you, like, was it damaged at all, or was it not?
Oh, the Chul? Yeah. Looked like it was taking some damage, but, I mean, we're fishermen. A lot of us are old. Not exactly fighters.
That's
And
understandable.
There
That's
were a
why
couple
we're
of
here.
visitors from the guild, I guess, but I don't know. It was a short encounter. Everyone was scared. We'd never fought anything like it before. These waters are usually blessed. We were all just kind of shaken up to see it cursed.
I address the group and I say, everyone, I do have one concern about this mission. I don't know about all of you, but I am not that skillful in the water.
Well, if we can lure it up on shore, just as your friend here and his crew did, we could probably face it a lot easier.
The Chul does breathe in the air and fight and behave perfectly fine, breathing air as it does water. But the other one, as far as I can tell, stays down there. I have no idea how we're meant to deal with that one.
Let's deal with the Chul first.
The Chul, if I recall, was the one causing most of the disturbance.
No. The only life the Chul has taken so far is our friend Terrence, but the bigger one has taken out an entire crew. They went out on sea to try to lure that one, and the Chul came, and they were running away from it, but the larger one that no one really knows about just immediately took their ship under.
So how do we
Yes.
lure one out without luring both?
Go too deep and you'll lure the other one. Stay somewhat close, the Chul will come running.
Perfect. Is there
Well,
anyone,
sounds like we need a boat.
Is there anyone brazen enough to charter a boat for us?
You can use my boat.
Anyone
You fuck it up, I'll kill you, but
How much
use
would it cost
mine.
us to replace it?
honestly, I bought this boat a long time ago. Things are more expensive now. I don't know.
Well, give
Maybe
me
about
an
15?
estimate. 1500?
15k? Yeah, it's not a very
15,000.
expensive boat. 1500 gold.
1500 gold for replacement.
Yes. It's a boat, mind you, not a toy boat, but
Of course.
one that I use to live my life. It's quite expensive.
How
but-
damaging was the tool to other fishermen's boats? Did it capsize the ship like the other creature?
No. It attacked a couple, but it's not nearly that big.
Okay.
It's big, Don't underestimate my words, but not as big as that other thing.
I think we'll be alright.
I would be cautious. Because, like I said, it's not whatever that other creature is, but it's still very, very dangerous. A man lost his life, and I would hate to see. Well, just be careful. That's all.
Indeed.
Well, that's why we're here.
We are here to be the people that deal with things that are everyone else is cautious about. So we will.
Well, I've noticed, and you've done quite the job of that so far.
Well, we hope to help out the main source of trade here, and that should bring in some extra money for the Adventurers Guild and everyone all around. So it's a win-win for everyone.
He switches his pipe to the other side of his mouth and takes a quick puff on it. You guys are a blessing to this town. Glad to have you here.
Well, don't thank us before we've done the job.
Nonsense, we've got this, Zephyr.
Yes.
Can Ace get Uric to fly over the waters and see if he can find the crick?
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
anyone tired or injured?
No.
I
Nope.
feel as if we should bring our wolves back before we fight this
I'm
thing.
just
So
going to ask the fisherman for some rope. I'm sure I can negotiate free rope.
I mean, I have rope.
Oh,
I
of course.
used my rope on
Anything you need. Anything you need from me if you're going to take down those monsters.
I used my last rope on the orcs, so I'm just going to collect 2 50-foot ropes, and I'm just going to use one to tie the dogs off to the pier.
yeah.
He tosses a rope at you and just kind of nods.
I'll pet the dogs, and I'll say to Ruvik, stay.
He just pants at you and immediately sits down.
And I give him some rations, the last of my rations, actually.
Okay, do you guys want to save this fight for next time? Because it's 10:07 out here in these
I
streets.
mean,
What? I don't even know if that'll be enough time for this fight. Whatever, we can finish
see
this
you
fight.
next time. Well, thank you everyone for joining us.
thank you.
Thanks, everybody. See you next week on Dungeons, and I didn't think of anything to say this time.
Dungeons and
Bye-bye.
There it is. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Dungeons and homoerotic things.
Only always. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And that's a wrap.
Y'all gonna
Yeah.
get chopped up this time. I'm sick of y'all running through my encounters. Y'all gonna get it.
I know, you
Almost
put a
die.
6-legged crab up against me. I can't
Yeah.
trip that.
Yeah, exactly.
I just
I
keep looking,
dare you.
I just keep looking at my 160 gold and I
You
keep
can
thinking,
try.
I need a ring of water walking.